That just entertains me to no end. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. I missed last week, so now we have so much to catch up on. If you're new here, I'm Sarah Keller. I'm the owner of Not Another Hat, coming to you live from inside my store in beautiful downtown Hood River, Oregon. So welcome. So much to show you today. I've got some new designs to show you, new products. We had a busy weekend launching Marie Greene's latest and fifth book called Knitting Light. I'm gonna tell you all about that. I finally broke through my loss of knitting mojo. That's not right, but I didn't have anything I wanted to cast on in this book. It did it. In fact, I had 4 things that I had to decide between. There was so many beautiful designs to choose from, and she brought the whole collection here to the store so we could see them in person, and I love that. It just makes such a difference for me because it's so much easier for me to envision it like on me when I can see it in person. So let's get started. Really quick, so I missed last week, so 2 weeks ago. Oh, and yeah, I did finish another sweater. I'm gonna tell you all about it. 2 weeks ago on our chat, I believe I was at home. Is that right? Anyway, I knew that our Della-Q Makers Mesh Totes had been restocked and our Mini Minders had come in with new designs. And I told you all that, but I couldn't show them to you because I didn't have them with me. So y'all went and bought almost every single Makers Mesh tote. We do still have a couple though, so I just want to show you, because I love this bag so much, and every time we bring it back in stock, it sells out immediately. It's a beautiful, large size handbag that has snap closures, so nothing to snag your yarn. Very important. It's got an inner bag to keep extra doodads. It has a shoulder strap if you don't want to carry it by the handles. And then it's got an outer zipper pocket here, convenient for just sliding your patterns or your tablet right in there. So we have 2 of these red colors still in stock, kind of like a really beautiful wine red. So check it out. Oh, and they also come with, I love that this is truly a knitter's bag, right? Attached right on the inside, the scissors in a little protective pouch. So you don't ever have to worry about getting out on the road with your project and not having your scissors. So anyway, I'm sure these won't be here long now that I've told you about them. I'm sure that we'll get some more Makers Mesh totes if you missed out on this restock. We do have a notify me button on our website, so when you find something that's out of stock, you can sign up to receive a notification when it comes back in. So if you missed out, take advantage of that so you get first dibs next time. So then we also got in 12 new designs of mini minders from Lemonwood, and I brought one over here to show you because it's so stunning. This is, I think, Monarchana. Is that the right name? Yeah, Monarchana. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, so that's the base, and here's the pole, and I'm going to show you how these go together. And the little wrist strap matches because it's so gorgeous. So to use this, if you haven't seen these in use before, you put your little pole through the base like so. Then you put your the pole through your skein, so it's nice on there. And then this has a little bendy, whoops, I almost meant it the wrong way. Bendy, there we go, latch, and you snap that on. So let me put this on so I can show it to you in action. Okay, attached. Now you can just walk around with it on your wrist, like this. This is how people knit in movies, so I'm going to do it here on this live right now. So anyway, check these out. They spin so they don't get tangled up. Really fun. And just the most beautiful designs. There's some cat ones. There's some Art Deco. I mean, there are lots and lots of gorgeousness. And those are $45 each, and they're handmade down in the Southwest. So I'm trying to catch up on some comments. Hi. Thank you. Okay. All right. We're good. Yes. I did finish another sweater. I would not have had it finished if I had showed up for last Tuesday's live. I got to a point where I needed one last skein of yarn. It was here at the store. I was out of town. So I just had to put it down and be content to finish it when I got home. So this is Llano or Lano. I was told that it's after, if you're in Texas, it's Lano. And so that's Llano. I'm trying to put my Mexican pronunciation on it with Llano. But this is by Dawn Barker. It's a planned pooling, assigned pooling design. And this is from the Tosh collection of yarn that they have collaborated with Dawn on. So the Tosh times Barker collaboration, which we stock. We are low right now, but we have a huge restock on its way. So this is just like a little teaser if you also would like to make yourself a Llano. And I'll show this sweater off again when we get our restock, but it's knit from side to side, so you get this really cool vertical pattern with your planned pooling stitches. So you start at one cuff, you increase up, then you cast on for your front and back, and you work across, you split for the neck, and you work across each front and back separately. Join it up again here, work across, and then you bind off for front and back and decrease away for your sleeves. So really entertaining to make. I really, really love how it turned out. If any of you saw me working on it, like you were on our club Zoom last week or whatever, on the needles, it just looked like this tiny little thing. It looked like a baby sweater. But it really blocks open beautifully, plenty of room, and it's really easy to figure out what size works for you, even though you're going side to side. So highly recommend. It was really fun to make. We'll talk more about it when we get our restock. We're getting nearly all of the colors, the planned pooling colors. This one is Guernica, Guernica. So we just got two beautiful ones in a couple weeks ago. Lady Luck and Fly Away Home, maybe something like that. They're like ladybug themed. So that is Llano, pronunciation to be determined. Okay, I have a new pattern out, and it is a really cool one. It's very basic, so it's not really cool in the sense that it has a lot going on. But it is really cool in the sense that I designed it in 6 weights of yarn. So, meet Aunt Jill's hat. Now, this is named Aunt Jill's because if you've met Jill around here, and if you've been here for any length of time at all, you've probably met Jill somehow, either here in the store physically or on the phone or via email, etc. She is such a prolific knitter. Then she always knits for her family for the holidays, and oftentimes knits a gazillion of the same thing. Like if she decides this year's gift is blank, and she knits everybody that thing. And by everybody, I mean over 20 of those things. So like Christmas hats one year, I'm not even going to be able to remember all the different things that she's done. But I think this year she's going to be knitting emotional support chickens for everybody, which is so funny. But I knew when I was designing this hat, I wanted to make it in all weights. And as I was working on it, I was like, oh, this is the perfect Jill hat. This is the perfect hat that she could use to bust through her stash because it's good with any weight of yarn and make a hat for every single person. So I'm going to show them all to you. First up, we have fingering. This hat features no decreasing at the top, which makes it really accessible to newbie knitters. And then it also just makes it really convenient to more advanced knitters because we don't have to get out a second needle or double points or whatever. You just get to go right on up through the top. So once you get to the top, you do a 3 needle bind off, so it's kind of rectangular. And then you grab the 2 points of the rectangle, loop your tail through them, and put your tail down through the middle, and the hat gets this top crown shape by that kind of a finish. So this is Tosh, Shibui Pebble, and Silk Cloud held together. This is the fingering weight. And we had some pebble laying around from before because our pebble isn't actually here yet. So we had to fudge this one a little bit. It got delayed a little, but Silk Cloud is here. And I brought over some skeins to show you because it's luminous. If you never knew Silk Cloud, back when Shibui was still a thing, it is one of the most luxe silk and mohair blends on the market. It is 60 mohair, 40 silk. Is that correct? That's what it used to be, I think. Yeah, 60-40. Just absolutely glows from that silk. So we held it together with Pebble because they're in matching colors. So this is Suit, the blue. And Pebble will be here in a few weeks. So if you're dying to make the fingering version, it'll come. It'll be here soon. The second one is in Manos Marla. So this is that superwash merino that came out last fall in solids and marls. And I used one of the marl colors for the sport weight version. So I grabbed one there. There's another example. This would make a great guy hat. And that's Marla. It's so soft. The DK is in Jody Long Alba. So that is what I used for my tea with German bread or jammin bread. Nice, beautiful tweedy yarn. I did that. It's very light. It's very, very yummy hat to wear there. Worsted, I couldn't resist. I had to go classic Malabrigo Rios. We often overlook making samples in Rios just because it's such a workhorse. It hardly is ever on the shelf. It's like it comes, it sells, it comes, it sells. So we don't really feel like we need to promote it super hard, but that means that we often don't have something out that's an example of Rios. So this one's Purpuras, purples, and that's the worsted weight version. Here is so here's a skein of Rios. This is Aries. This color is so stunning. We saw Penny knitting a Gina poncho in this color at Sip and Stitch last week. Everyone was kind of like, oh, what's that? It was so beautiful knit up. So I thought it would be a perfect one to come and show you. So next we have the bulky version. This is in Ultra Alpaca Chunky. And there's an example of that here. And last but not least, let's see if I can throw this one on here, is the super chunky version. I'm gonna mess up my hair, but that's all right. Super chunky version in Rasta. So quick, easy, comfy hat. Everyone can wear it. Guys, girls, everybody. And you can make it with just about anything. So check out Aunt Jill's hat. Here's a skein of Rasta, just to show you. I like the red though, because it matches the little red flecks in my sweater. Okay, I'll leave it on for the rest of the show. Next, we had a doozy of a weekend. So we hosted Marie Greene for the launch of her 5th book. Marie is a great friend of mine. She's based in Oregon, which is just incredible. And I don't even understand how her brain works because she is so creative. So she just had Knitting Light hit the shelves. I realize this might be flipped for you, but you get the idea. It's 20 mostly seamless sweaters in plant-based yarns. So plant-based yarns, plant-based blends. And they are stunning. So I'm going to show you the ones that I am most caught up with right now, like most dreaming about. There's lots of great information also about knitting with plant-based yarns, things to consider. It's just really, really thorough. Of course, I don't remember what pages they're on. You're gonna have to bear with me. I know which page the one I started is on. So I have that here to show you also. We also brought in a bunch of yarn to work with these patterns. Just for the, okay, this is one. It's just a really great basic tee. The shape is exactly what I'm into right now, kind of like this. It's a drop shoulder, just really, really flattering, slightly boxy. And Shopple Cotton Ball is back because it's so perfect for something like this. And they've added several bright, happy, summery colors like white, like, oh, gorgeous. So this is one of the ones at the top of my list. This one's called the Bluebell Striped Tee. And it's not the one I cast it on though. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight to the one I cast on because I'm so slow at this and I don't want you to just feel like you're stuck looking at me. Hard to tell here, but this is a really, really beautiful poncho. Everyone who put it on looked insanely good. It was so flattering. The poncho in the book is knit in Barocco Remix Light, which is on our website. I, however, could not resist making it in Haiku Riley. So I got this elegant silver gray, and I've already cast it on. I swatched on Sunday night and got gauged, and I'm in my little edge here of moss stitch. So I am super stoked about this. This is Riley here. It's gorgeous, gorgeous drapey yarn. 50% baby alpaca, 25% mulberry silk, and 25% linen. The colors are beautiful. The shine is insane. So check that out if you are. We have lots of copies of Knitting Light here at the store available on the website. This is another great yarn we brought in for the book and for summer. This is a Llano from Shopple, and it's 100% linen. It is between a heavy fingering and a light DK. It kind of like is one of those really gauged stretcher yarns. Another great one that we brought in is ALB Llano, which is 85% wool and 15% linen in giant skeins. These have, let's see if I can refresh my memory here, 400 and something yards. And this is kind of like a heavy sport to light DK. So a lot of these are kind of gauge shifters. They'll fill in the niche for a lot of various gauges. This is another one. I feel like I forgot one. Oh, I did. I forgot Via. I could go grab it. This is another brand new yarn that just came out from Barocco. It's called Tilly. And this is made with cotton and a new fiber on the scene called Cupro. And what Cupro is a recycled fiber from the cotton bits that are left behind in the garment manufacturing business. And it's so, so soft. It's very cashmere-like, short, fluffy bits of cotton. It's been so immensely popular that we got notice from Barocco that we got our first shipment of Tilly, and it is now already unavailable until July for reorder because of a Cupro shortage. So check this out. If you're looking for something in the sport to DK range, Tilly is yardage 375 yards per 100 gram skein, and it's 62% Pima cotton, 38% Cupro. So soft. This is not going to feel at all to you like cotton. This is not at all going to feel like cotton. And it's got this natural black fleck behind it. So all of the other colors all have that black fleck that you can kind of see peekabooing through here. Okay, I left one just a second. Let me go grab it. This is the last new spring summer yarn that we brought in. This is Lang Via. And this is a little 50 gram ball with 220 yards. It is 74% cotton, 16% wool, and 10% yak. So soft. It's a chainette, so it's light. It's not like heavy cotton at all. And because of the yak, you have that gorgeous brown undertone. That's the natural color of yak peeking through, which just makes this really like kind of rich and subtle palette. I love yak yarns. Every time a yak yarns come on the scene, I always love it because I like what that color does when the yak, the natural brown yak, is dyed. So, y'all, I think I went through my whole list. New yarns, Jill's hat, silk cloth. Yeah, I did it. And it's only 18 minutes. I've talked for way longer in the past. We do have a couple of in-store classes coming up. We're going to have another Sip and Stitch this month in March. So stay tuned for all of that. There's going to be a crocheted basket class with Jill. And then we have a lot of other fun classes that are just right now getting the final touches put on. And they will be happening later in March and April. So be sure to check those out. All right. I think that was plenty, don't you? Thank you so much for tuning in, especially since I missed y'all last week, and I really did miss you all. And I will see you back here, same place, same time, next Tuesday. All right, toodaloo.